All right, and so as I went to pull up and see the material, as Phoenix Calida said, this is going to be the program for the moment, and I was like, whoa. As I go to news in my search results, there's only 2 pages, and it's like, all right, Newsweek seems to have tapped the story. AOL.com, all right. San Francisco Chronicle is paywalled and they tapped it. Yahoo imported an article from Fox News. ABC News covers it. New York Post, owned by not directly, but it's in the Rupert Murdoch portfolio. WENY News, I don't even know who they are, but they imported from CNN. Daily Mail, to my understanding, is a right-wing rag. They covered it. AOL did it again, but you can tell they imported it. From whom? Let's see. Whom did AOL import this from? From the New York Post. Right? So AOL imported from the New York Post, and the New York Post had the language, Jersey man arrested for having Molotov cocktail outside DC church. But then the headline, as it updates through AOL.com, becomes lefty maniac threatened to detonate tent filled with 200 explosives. Lefty maniac. The Hindustan Times, a right-wing rag, covers it. And then the last one, it's the only one on page 2, so you don't even get a full page 2. The last one, who's covering it? The Post-Millennial. And as I was saying that, Phoenix was like, oh yeah, because only right-wingers are covering it because they jump out ahead and scream left-wing violence. And I wish that everyone left of center would do the same iteration of that. But because we're smart and going off of actual fact and legitimate precedent, we're going to be right. So just hop out just as hard immediately. Every time there's a school shooting, public shooting, mass shooting, jump out and say right-winger immediately. You're going to be right and they're going to be wrong. Why not be right earlier? I thought leftists liked punctuality.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
All right. Phoenix Calida found this story.
Yeah, so because I was like, all right, what? Because I saw the New York Post headline first about the, what is it, crazy lefty or whatever they put in their headline. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, let me look and see what actually happened. And also, one thing that I'm noting about this story is like, okay, I'm not an explosives expert, but the way it's being covered makes it sound much more serious than it was, right? With what he had. So Washington, D.C., police say that they arrested a New Jersey man with hundreds of homemade explosives and a manifesto containing significant animosity towards Catholics, Jews, the Supreme Court, and ICE outside of a cathedral hours before it was supposed to host an annual event that some of the Supreme Court justices were expected to attend. A Metropolitan Police Department officer found Louis Jerry, 41, camped out in a green tent in front of the Cathedral of St. Matthew the Apostle in Washington, D.C. at 5 a.m. on Sunday. Police were securing the area ahead of the event and asked him to move his tent. He said, you might want to stay back, because this is so fucking, like, silly to me. So he has the tent full of explosives. He's in front of the church. Police are doing the sweep before the event starts. And they say, move your tent. This is allegedly what he says verbatim, okay? You might want to stay back and call the federales. I have explosives. What?
Yeah, verbatim.
Verbatim. That is the quote. So you were going to blow it up, but you told everybody that you were going to blow it up before you blew it up? You told the cops I have explosives before you set off the explosives?
It's only gangster rappers that self-snitch, you see.
Oh my God. And the officer requested assistance from the bomb squad. A member of it, identified as Sergeant Wishnick, approached Jerry from outside his tent. Jerry allegedly told her, do you want me to throw one out? I'll test one out on the street. I have 100 of them. He then told her to step back. What? No one will get hurt. There will be a hole in the street. If you step back, I'll take out the tree. Again, so his plan was to tell the bomb squad that he has bombs and then use a practice one in front of the bomb squad to see how effective it is?
Yeah.
This was the... All right.
He pays taxes for that bomb squad to exist. Why wouldn't he want to help them? This is America.
He does not pay taxes for this bomb. Oh, wait, no, because this is D.C. He does. He's not actually from D.C.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, but D.C. is the one charging him everything. Big government.
Big government. But his tune allegedly changed once police told him that he would be forcibly removed from the scene. He said, "Several of your people are going to die from these," according to the affidavit. Sergeant Wishnick convinced him to open the tent, where she allegedly saw him with a butane lighter clenched in one hand, along with an unknown white cap-shaped object. He allegedly handed her... I'm sorry, this is so serious, but I cannot take this shit seriously. He then allegedly handed her 9 pages that were titled, quote, "Written Negotiations for the Avoidance of Destruction of Property via Detonation of Explosives."
Written negotiations?
Yes. Written negotiations for the avoidance of destruction of property via detonation of explosives.
Is he trying to not go to prison with this?
I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do. And then he said, quote, "You better have these people step away or there's going to be deaths." I just would also like to note that everything he said so far that has been an alleged quote does not match the verbiage of this long-ass written negotiations for the avoidance of destruction of property via detonation of explosives.
This guy is a manarcho-libertarian.
Maybe.
If I ever seen one.
Maybe. Sergeant Wishnick then notified the other officers in the area. According to the affidavit, the church's business manager also provided police with a written notice that Jerry had previously been barred from the property on September 26th. Jerry allegedly got up, walked over to a tree, and appeared to be urinating. Police handcuffed and arrested him there. What? The bomb squad allegedly recovered a white-capped vial filled with a yellow liquid and a lighter from his pocket. Might have been urine, who knows? Within the tent, they found a large cache of homemade destructive devices, according to the affidavit, along with writings that revealed that he had significant animosity towards the Catholic Church, members of the Jewish faith, members of the Supreme Court, and ICE Immigration and Customs Enforcement. 6 of the Supreme Court justices are Catholic and 2 are Jewish. The court also has a 6-3 conservative majority. This story is just weird as shit to me, but they're starting to latch onto it. They're trying to make it a thing. We'll see if it ends up being a thing. But yeah, they're framing it as like some left-wing lunatic. Now keep in mind, he hates Catholics, he hates Jews, and he hates the Supreme Court. That's not really a political stance, right?
Yeah.
That's not really like, because why does he hate Jews? Why does he hate Catholics? You know what I mean? Like, do you hate Catholics because they're the Antichrist, or do you hate Catholics because of all the child sex abuse scandals? Because odds are you're going to be on different sides of the political spectrum, depending which one of those upsets you about the Catholic Church.
So what? So hates Catholics, hates Jewish folks, and the other one is?
Hates the Supreme Court.
Right, so hates Catholics. Right, and again, these people never act in good faith. We have no choice but to speculate, but then again, we're leftists, so we're smarter than most people, so hey, let's just say it. Old school Protestant hates Catholics because that's the other set.
Yeah, and hates Jews.
Yeah, like, it's literally fuck the other side for being the other side.
Yeah.
And then Jewish folks, well, pretty much anyone that carries any stupid-ass bigotry, you can pretty much bet that anti-blackness is another one of them.
Oh, yeah.
And what was that? Hates because what do Jewish folks do? They control the black people that are causing your problems. Mm-hmm. And Hollywood. I don't know if you knew that.
They run the world, right?
And what does Hollywood do? Hollywood, as a hetero, I bet he would say that Hollywood is constantly shoving it down his throat. They still use that language to promote their homophobia. Right, so I bet there's the hates Jews, and then the other one hates the Supreme Court. Now, I wonder if that is where you kind of twist, where they kind of trip themselves up. Because I guarantee you he wants some, like, libertarian strain to be in him, because it feels more in the center, man, more nuanced. And it's like, so you kind of just hate authority that you're not a part of.
I gotta wonder. And see, I'm glad that you said that because this is not his first run-in with the law.
Well, yeah, you don't just get here through no experience. Like, the white man pulls himself up by his crime straps. I don't know if you knew this.
So he used to live in Arizona, in Scottsdale. In 2021, he was arrested. Mm-hmm. Would you like to take a guess what for?
Trespassing.
No.
I think that if we're being honest, we'd have to cop to him being a 40%er.
Nope.
All right, well, Google 40% of cops for more information. Dealing meth.
No.
Doing meth.
Nope.
Possession of meth.
It's not drug related.
Possession of a Method Man cassette tape.
No. You just said he likes to be, he wants to be the one in control and he gets to dictate the terms.
Oh, man. Did he kidnap someone?
No, but you are kind of getting closer.
God damn it. What did he do?
He was convicted for exposing his genitals in public.
Ah.
He deliberately exposed his penis and testicles inside a donut shop in front of a woman and her daughter. The legal charges included felony indecent exposure to a minor under 15 and misdemeanor indecent exposure. However, he argued, in his own defense, that...
He should.
He should.
That's the best idea.
Would you like to guess what he argued?
I don't know, but I bet it was just as articulate as when Tupac defended himself in court.
No, it wasn't. He argued that he had an inherent right to be nude.
Witness me. You gotta maximize on the madness, brother.
But the court disagreed and said that Arizona law prohibits open displays of genitals, and such exposure is not protected under the First Amendment.
I like that someone had to write that sentence.
Yeah.
Just like, you can't have... And they had to make... That's legal language. Someone went to law school to put that one on the books. Open exposure of genitals.
Yes.
That's... Again, somebody like, their parents are proud of them.
Right.
Like my student is an honor student at the open exposure of genitals.
This is what I helped you take out loans so you could go to law school to write this. I fucking
legend. Fucking stupid ass Western culture, so stupid.
Yes.
Right.
So he ultimately was sentenced to probation, but was accused of violating those terms. They don't tell us how and why. I would like to know what the violation of probation was. I'm just saying.
Right? Was it like a thinly veiled exposure of genitals?
Right. Like, I mean, with this guy, who the fuck
right,
knows?
Right, behind the translucent curtain. Translucent curtain. Not doing it. Stop hitting yourself.
And he was then sentenced to time in Arizona's prison system and released in 2023. Now.
No. Because now means more story. I know how podcasting works.
It's not more story, it's just speculation.
Okay. Yeah, right? My favorite part.
We know that he wanted to blow up this church because he hates Catholics, Jews, and the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And most of the Supreme Court is Catholics and Jews.
Yeah, well, you know.
But we also now know that he thinks he has a right to be naked in public because of the First Amendment.
Yeah.
And he got told no. Is that why he hates the Supreme Court?
Wait, did it go up to the Supreme Court?
It didn't. He just did that bid, but it's just weird that, because he got out in 2023, and he was back in D.C. at this church by 2024, because he was evicted from the premises last November, they said, and now he's back again. So he basically, within months of getting out of prison in Arizona, went to D.C. to this church that's known for having Supreme Court justices go there.
Is he still mad about Obergefell?
I don't know.
Because them niggas been gone.
I don't know. I mean, he seems to have a lot of ideas about the First Amendment, and who do you complain to but the Supreme Court? I don't know. Maybe he brought it up there. I don't know.
About the First Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he doesn't know about Citizens United.
Maybe, because that was his argument, that he's allowed to be naked because he has First Amendment rights. That was his argument. So I don't know. Maybe that's why he hates the Supreme Court. I don't know.
See, that's why I knew to be against certain things when I was a preteen and a teenager. Don't be naming your penis. Right? Because I guarantee you, like, he believes in penicular personhood.
Ugh.
And he's like, my penis has a right to free speech, and it won't be muzzled, really? All right, by denim, Hanes, Fruit of the Loom. No. Like, and then, you know how misogynists will find one person who calls themselves a feminist, but probably does something that's just like, all right, you're doing it. You're living your life. I don't really know if this is academic research or if there's a lot of academic rigor, but you're living your life. Remember like 2011 or 12, or probably earlier than that, I wouldn't know. Free bleeding? Maybe he sees it as his free bleeding.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, just that was my thing. Just so you're aware of it, so you know, so you already have a little bit of context, because the right wing is really trying to make this one a thing. We'll see what happens.
All right, and if you like penicular personhood, why don't you penicularizally personify yourself to patreon.com, Mr. Williams Laborhood, and throw a bucket of brother. I could use it for broccoli. Love broccoli. Need it. Tastes good. Feels good. After I eat it, my body says, thank you. That was much better than the hot dogs that you have been putting in me. All right. So save me from hot dogs through patreon.com/Mr. Williams Laborhood.